Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the One Sheet of Podcast. I'm your host, Steve Speaks Heard. Joining me today is Rick.
What's good, y'all?
All right, and we got quite a lot to discuss, mostly the Scarlet and Violet stuff, but we'll get there in due time. Let's start off with some smaller things, such as the first episode of the Scarlet and Violet web anime series, Paladin Wins, is on Pokemon's YouTube channel. I don't know if the release date for the second episode has been released yet, but as of when I'm recording this, it's still only one episode. But what an impression this made. Really good animation, and I love the characters so far. And to coincide...
I haven't taken a peep, but from what I've seen clips online, it looks really good.
Yeah, go see it. It's fantastic. And to coincide with the first episode of Paladin Wins, a Special Ed Titan is being distributed in Scarlet and Violet with the code that I will put on screen right now. And this runs for a very long time, ends in August 2024. So you got,
Damn.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time to get this to Titan. Moving past that is Pokemon Sleep, as Mime Jr. and Mr. Mime are the first Pokemon to be added to the game post-launch, with more coming very shortly with their upcoming Halloween event. And both Pokemon are found on Cyan Beach, with Mime Jr. being a slumbering sleep style, while Mr. Mime is going to be a snoozing style. I found two Mime Jr. already. Because I've been
I haven't found anything.
Because you haven't played in how long?
Exactly. A couple weeks, but no, probably just days.
Yeah, like I'm making so many nights with slumbering, even though it clearly looks like it could be either dozing or snoozing. Don't know what's up with that. I guess slumbering style is just that powerful.
Yeah, I don't know why I kept getting like dozing style for like good couple like days, and I was like, I'm averaging like 15 minutes a night. How am I getting dozing every day? Come on now.
Yeah, that's me with slumbering, because like I would have like 30 to 40% dozing and snoozing, and like less than 20% slumbering, and it's still slumbering and not even balance type. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know how they like kind of like configure for you to get like a sleep style, but it's kind of weird sometimes because like you look into it, and you're like, I should get this one, but you don't get it.
Yeah, I found myself guessing like every morning when I look at my graph, and I'm like, is this? And I usually look at the majority of them, like, okay, this is going to be this style. And it ended up being slumbering most of the time this past week.
I remember just, like, every single time I would check up, like, it's going to be dozing. And it was dozing, I was like, I'm going to throw my phone. And then, like, the next morning, I'd be like, okay, it's dozing. And then it was, like, snoozing. I was like, thank the Lord.
Like for me, most mornings when I don't sleep well, I'm like, okay, how low is my sleep score going to be? And I end up getting a high sleep score somehow. So I like, because like Thursday night I slept pretty horribly. No, Wednesday night I slept pretty horribly, and I still ended up getting a sleep score in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that's because of how my Go Plus Plus was just resting on my bed. Even though
if I get like for me, if I get like a horrible sleep, the score is like a 20.
Yeah, this game is really interesting. So, yeah. All right. Moving past that, as the English dub for NPM is finally on Netflix. It released 2 weeks ago on September 8th, which incidentally actually marked 25 years since the start of the dub for the anime here in the US. Which is crazy to think about.
25 years is a lot.
Yep. And this fully concludes Ash's journey worldwide.
So sad. I'm so sad.
And also, to my surprise, the Distant Blue Sky special also got included and dubbed, which I was pleasantly surprised to see. Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's the last episode in the list.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, I don't remember if that was confirmed to be dubbed, so that this was a pleasant surprise to me.
So that's like what? Like how many episodes? Like 24 or something?
For NPM altogether?
Yeah.
If we're just going about the Japanese version, then I think it's actually 11 episodes. And then here in the US, with Distant Blue Sky, that is added up to 12.
Oh, okay. So they're probably just getting released in batches of 12, maybe.
Well, it's because this season as a whole was was intentionally shorter compared
Oh,
to
yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
yeah, because previous batches were around the 20 or so range. But let me
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't make sense to just release like 12 episodes every like 6 months.
yeah, let me see. Let me check. Oh no, it is 12. It is 12 episodes for each part.
Wow. Well, that's something.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be only a matter of time before we finally learn stuff about the Horizons dub. Even though it's been like 6 months since that started, or so. Has it been 6 months? No, it's gonna be coming up on 6 months because it started in April, and so we're probably not gonna get it until like the beginning of 2024 at this rate. It's puzzling to me. I don't get it. But I guess that's par for the course for Netflix. But let's move on from that. As, of course, the big headliner from the last 2 weeks is the first pack of the Scarlet and Violet DLC, the Teal Mask, released on, when was it again? The 13th. It still doesn't feel like a week and a half when we're recording this. Now, before we continue, I just want to give a warning that we will be talking about spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled of the DLC, I highly recommend that you skip ahead to the timestamp shown now. And here we go, spoiler time. So,
Spoiler.
Alright, so what did we think about the Teal Mask?
Alright. First of all, I was gonna get that out of the way because it's very obvious. The frames are horrible. Really bad.
Yeah.
Bad. It's probably worse than the actual game itself. It's like if you go in the bamboo area like every time, but like sometimes even worse. If you go up to that area with like the crystal pool, oh my god, you're probably running that at like 0.1 frames.
It's like Castle Royale like all over again.
It's really bad. Like, I think that's the only thing that I really don't like about it. It's horrible. Frame is horrible.
Yeah,
it's like you can't run anything.
Yeah, the performance.
I've been making this joke, and I think it's probably true. An air fryer probably has more frames than this DLC. Because there's no way you're running this in like 2 frames a second.
All right, yeah, it does. I mean, like much of the base game, the DLC does not perform well. It does run worse in TV mode, in my experience. It actually runs okay in handheld mode.
Yeah, I've heard that it runs like okay-ish on the handheld. I haven't tried, but like I played it all on TV. And
yeah, because I started the Teal Mask on stream in TV mode, and it definitely lagged a lot. But I played the rest in Scarlet in handheld mode, and it ran about as well as Scarlet and Violet could in handheld mode. Like I wasn't seeing the same bits of lag that I was seeing in TV mode because like I went to the crystal pool and I don't recall it counting quite as much lag. I mean, there were times where the game did stutter, even in handheld mode, which meant me to feel like it was gonna crash at some points. But it does perform a slightly better in handheld mode. So if you were off put by the performance in TV mode, then give handheld mode a try, or even tabletop mode. But like the performance in general is also my biggest complaint of the DLC. So I'm kind of glad that we're getting the bad out of the way first, because I think the rest of our thoughts for it are so positive.
Yeah, I personally think I think it might be the only thing I think it was really bad about the DLC. Probably the minigame, the Ogre Olsen minigame, because that's really hard. And I want that shiny Munchlax, but you know.
Oh my god, yeah. I saw a guide on how to beat Ogre Alston, and apparently the first time you do it, you're intentionally set to play it on the second difficulty instead of on the very first difficulty. The game basically sets you up to lose to Carmine when you play it for the first time in the story.
Yeah, that's insane.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think personally that's the only like issues I have with the DLC.
Yeah, I did not have the greatest first impression for Ogre Alston personally, but I'm sure that if you were to group up with some people, then it would be nowhere near as bad. Because that mode is definitely not meant to be played solo. You're just gonna have a
Yeah,
rough
I
time.
don't think you can even like beat it. Like you can do all of that solo. I don't think it's like
Yeah,
possible.
it's just not possible from what I can tell. I mean, I already did it once. I'm still working through the story in Violet, and it wasn't great in my experience.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it either.
But again, I only did it once, so I can only have so much of an opinion after just one try at it.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. I only played it once.
So I'm sure that our opinion will be vastly different if we were to do it multiple times. But anyway, moving past that, as I really like the story that this has. It's very simple, but it's effective. And
Yeah,
I
I think like the story is kind of like predictable, but it's still like in a way that you enjoy it, right?
Yeah, exactly, because most of the story revolves around Carmine and Kieran with the legend of of Ogrepon and the Loyal
Yeah,
Three. As the way they set up the story is you meet up with Briar at your Versus Academy to go to Keen Academy, and then after some interactions, you get to meet Carmine and Kieran, and then shortly after that, you actually get paired up with Kieran to tour around the island for a formal assignment, as you're tasked with going around to find 3 different signs to learn about the island's history. But again, this all revolves around Okarpon and the Loyal Three, of course, those being uh, Fenzin Monkey Dory, I believe it, and then Okie Dokie.
yep.
And
Yeah, I personally was a big fan of like at first I was like, okay, Carmine is like okay, and then like she started progressing, and I was like, okay, I really like this character. This is some good character right here.
yeah, like I was pleasantly surprised with Carmen as well. I thought she was gonna be whatever, but she was a pleasant surprise. I really liked her development that she got throughout this story, and we're gonna be seeing more of her and Kieran in part 2 with the Indigo Disc.
Yeah, talking about that, I think it was like really good because they did that cliffhanger at the end, just
Oh
setting
my
up
god!
in
Like I
the
should
end of the disc, and I think it's really good. I think that was really good.
I should have saw the cliffhanger coming, but it still got. I was like, come on, really?
But then I like at first like when they introduced the characters, like even before like in the Pokemon like Direct and all that stuff, I was like, this kid is gonna be the champion. There's like no way, right?
But now, as you progress through the story and go to the festival, you actually meet up with Ogrepon. And during your first encounter with Ogrepon, Ogrepon drops its mask, and you get to see it unmasked, and it's so cute.
Oh yeah, we also gotta mention the fact that it's only female.
Yeah, Ogrepon is.
I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, honestly, the story made me love Ogrepon so much. Like
At first, I was like, "Is that really the Pokemon? Like, what is up with this mask?" And then the mask fell. I was like, "Oh my god, it's so cute."
yeah, it's adorable. And like before going into the Teal Mask, I was like, I kept forgetting the Pokemon's name, but and was a little unsure about how I was gonna feel about it. But then I played through the story, and I'm like, okay, I love this thing. It's already one of my favorite Pokemon from the game, and like this Pokemon's mechanic is so OP. Oh my god!
And we
And
got yet another VGC pillar right here.
yep, and I like how they made this story revolve around the legendary Pokemon again. Like how I like in the base game where you spend time with Koraidon and Miraidon, and we're basically seeing that again with Ogerpon and the Teal Mask. And I'm certain that we're gonna get something similar for Terrapagos if what we're seeing right now is an indicator.
Yeah, the trend is it's trending that way.
Honestly, I love this approach to legendary Pokemon because you actually get to know them, and it makes their and it makes your final battle with them that much more impactful. instead of just go through the story and then randomly learn about the legendary and then just getting the chance to catch it and then forgetting about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the legendary itself has character, and it's not just like,
Exactly.
and it's not just like a Pokemon with like the legendary status. You
Yeah,
get to learn
exactly.
about it and all of that stuff, and you get to battle it, and then you catch it instead of just like, oh, this is the legendary Pokemon. It has a story. Cool, you catch it, and then you box it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it these kind of stories leave more of an impact on you, and I love that approach. Like we first got a glimpse of that with Nebby in Gen 7, and now we're seeing that fully fleshed out in Scarlet and Violet. And honestly, I like I said, I prefer this approach to befriending legendary Pokemon because you get to form a bond with them even before you even get the chance to battle and catch them. And Ogerpon's battle itself, holy crap, was it good!
Yeah, that was a really good battle.
Honestly, that might be a contender for my favorite legendary encounter because
It's like really unique with like all of the masks, and I wasn't like expecting all of that. You know, I thought it was just like one mask, and then that's it. And then like it kind of like it showed like all like it had flashbacks of like memories with you. It had flashbacks with memory with like its original trainer, and I thought that was really cool.
yeah, and like instead of having you sit through so many turns just trying to get it to fit in the right Pokeball, you fight through each form of its mask, and then you just get one shot to get a guaranteed capture. And honestly,
Yeah,
that
I think it is right, 100% catch rate, right?
yeah. And honestly, it's so. And honestly, I would much rather have that more difficult battle than having a difficult time trying to catch it. Like I know some people will prefer the latter, where they want to earn that capture, but like the battle itself is way more engaging in my opinion
Yeah, I
because you're
feel like a lot of people just trying to go with like their originality and like all of that nostalgia of like, finding a legendary and like putting in low enough health or like putting him to sleep paralysis and then like throwing a bunch of ultra balls until one catches it. But I think now is like kind of like uniqueness, you know, because like you defeat it and then it gets you like that reward that you like defeated the Pokemon and then you get to catch it because you defeated all of those forms, right?
yeah, exactly. Like they made a these legendary Pokemon actually felt like a proper boss fight, and honestly, I love that. And same goes for when you fight the Loyal 3 before you fight Ogerpon. Like as they are essentially Titan battles, which I was
Yeah,
which I was
here
not
he comes.
expecting, and I think
Yeah,
that was great.
I didn't know they were gonna like wreck like fucking put Gen 8 here. It's like they're all Dynamax. Like I was like, damn, they're big now.
Bowling no punches here, but yeah, and also the music is so good. It's par for the course for
Oh
Scarlet and
yeah.
Violet.
I absolutely love the Loyalty theme. It's really good.
Oh, that one slaps. That one really slaps. But also like, when you go catch the Loyal 3, it's more of a traditional legendary encounter that that we've known in the past. So
Yeah,
we still got that mixture of old and new.
bro.
And like, when I was trying to catch, I was struggling to catch Vincent Dippity in particular because I think it's pretty frail from what I've seen. And also
I actually struggle with Okie Dokie because it wouldn't stay on the ball at all.
like my biggest struggle was actually just lowering its health because my Pokemon were like in the upper 80s and they're all in the 70s.
Oh yeah, like for all of them, I had my Gallade and I was like level 100, and like I would just do Aqua Cutter and it would go red. But then like sometimes I would get crit and then it would just knock out the Pokemon. I was like, no, that's not what you're
Yeah,
trying to do.
yeah, that was me with I think Monkey Dory and Vincent Dippity. Also, their typings are really unique because I believe it's Vincent Dippity that is Psychic Fairy. Is that our first Pokemon with that type combo?
Psychic Fairy. I thought it was Poison Fairy, right?
Poison Fairy. My mistake.
Yeah, like I think it's a cool combination, but I don't. It does not look like a Poison Fairy. It looks more like a Poison Fly.
Yeah, I thought for sure that it was gonna be part flying, but no, it doesn't even have levitate. I think. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was not expecting Poison Fairy at all.
No, none of was I.
But
Because
that's
that,
a good type.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
really.
a good combo. Also, their abilities are so insane.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
okie dokie. About to save VGC from that cat. Hate that cat.
as all of them have their standard abilities are all toxic chain. But Monkey Dory has Frisk for its hidden ability. Okie Dokie gets Guard Dog for its hidden ability. That's a new ability, I think.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good.
Oh, my boss Stiff also gets it.
Yeah,
Boost the Pokemon's attacks that if intimidated. Oh, okay. That's actually that's good. Actually, whoa. Did not know about
yeah.
that.
It's like that's why I said it's like a counter to Incineroar.
Yeah, and then Fenton Deputy's hidden ability is Technician.
I think that was a miss right there. I think that was a miss.
Yeah,
Technician. Right
and Monkey Dory is also parts. Okay, it was Monkey Dory that I was thinking of when I said part psychic.
yeah, yeah. It's psychic poison. I think right.
I think that's also a new type combo if memory serves me right.
Psychic poison.
I don't remember any other Pokemon with that combo.
Hmm.
I could be mistaken though. Let me look at this. Let me look this up actually.
I don't know. I feel like we had a typing like that before.
That's because we have.
So I was right.
Yeah, turns out it's Galarian Slowbro that's poison psychic.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, and how did I forget about Galarian Wheezy being part fairy? Duh.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it was poison fairy. That's right.
Yeah, and Slowking's also part psychic for its Galarian form. How did I forget those Pokemon? What?
That is insane. It was just like last gen.
Seriously, like, and those Pokemon were also pretty big deals in themselves. And here we go, Gen 9, and we're already forgetting about them.
Yeah, they were like part of the story, like in some ways.
Yeah. Wow, we just made fools.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane.
we just made fools out of ourselves.
Oh my god. The so-called Pokemon masters not even remembering Pokemon.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
The Pokemon Genius title going to the drain right now.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Okay.
Oh my god, you can't remember a Pokemon, but you can calc how much a Chi-Yu on Sun Fire is gonna do to you.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh my god, that. Oh shit, we just made fools of ourselves.
But yeah, I think Okie Dokie with Guard Dog is like really good.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the pick of the three, if I had to guess.
As a whole as well, I think like Toxic Chain is also a good ability, you know.
Toxic Chain is an awesome ability.
Yeah, like all like most of the times, like I found myself getting like poisoned because it was like I think it's like a 20 or 30%, but it's like it feels like a 75 sometimes.
Yeah, it felt like it was going off like every other turn. It was nuts. It was absolutely insane. Like when I was battling Ogerpon, and when I got the chance to catch it, I'm like, I have to put it in the friend ball. Like
I did
after,
the same thing.
like
I was like,
after doing all that we did for it, and how attached I've grown to it, and how much the colors fit.
yeah,
It just
I was
had
like, it's green. The ball is green. Say less.
exactly. Which mask form is your favorite?
Well, I think I really like the fire one. The heart. I think it's Heart Flame. I think that one is really good.
I think for me, it would probably be the water one. Let me go look up those names again because I don't remember.
And I think like Overprime as a whole is like really unique as well because like you can't like have a Terra type. It's like set to the mask, and like
Yeah,
all of the
yeah,
masks they also have like different abilities, which I think is really cool.
yeah. Because and also aside from its Teal Mask, Ogerpon's secondary type changes with the mask. Like the Wellspring Mask has become Grass Water. The Heart Flame is Grass Fire, and the Cornerstone is Grass Rock. And each of them get a unique design for when they terrestrialize, which I think is really freaking unique. And they also get, it looks to be different dex entries depending on the mask form. And also, Okarpon also has its own signature move as well.
Yeah, I think it's Ivy something. I
Uh,
forgot what it is.
Ivy Kujel, I believe it's
Yeah,
pronounced.
that's the name.
And the type of this move also changes depending on which mask Okarpon is wearing.
Yeah, I've seen that thing dish some damage. That's like some insane numbers.
Yeah, when I saw it for the first time when I was battling her, I was like, damn, that thing did some damage.
And she out hunting out here for that thing.
And she could be out here making friends with Tinkaton.
They're besties
Yep.
immediately.
I mean, think about it. They're both super powerful weapon wielding Pokemon that happen to look super adorable.
I think while we also discussing the story, we can also discuss the side quest that we had with Perrin,
Perrin,
which
my beloved.
I thought was amazing. And like the whole like Blood Moon Pokemon was like really good.
Oh my god, I did not know where that was gonna go because like they teased being able to take Pokemon take photos of Pokemon with her when it was only just the one time that you do it with her. And like
Yeah, I thought like it caught me off guard as well. Like I was like, oh, it's just this is it. Like right now,
I guess so. Because I thought it was gonna
I
be
was like,
like 2 or 3 rounds
it
of
really
this.
caught me off guard.
Yeah, I thought it was shorter than I was expecting. I mean, considering that you needed to have 150 Pokemon in the Kitakami Pokedex registered to even do that storyline, I guess it makes sense. But still, like they were teasing this Blood Moon Pokemon and mentioned that it was some kind of Ursaluna, and in the back of my head, I'm like, this has to be a shiny Ursaluna. Nope, this Pokemon.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Like, I really wish I did that story on camera because when I saw Blood Moon Ursaluna for the first time, I was literally saying to myself, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?" Like my reaction was so funny. I wish I got that on camera. And like the battle with it was insane. And also they were using Legends Arceus music the whole time.
Oh yeah, I think that was like one of the like cherry on top.
That was the cherry on top for me.
They're playing the Legends Arceus theme. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, because like they're playing the first version of the Heartwood when you're taking photos of the Pokemon, and then you hear the Alpha encounter theme, and then the Alpha battle theme itself. It was perfect.
I thought that was just like the cherry on top right there.
Yeah, and like I was surprised to see that despite its design, Blood Moon Ursaluna is actually a special attacker.
Yeah, I was also surprised. I was like, I don't think that looks like a special attacker.
And it still looks like a physical attacker to me. But
Yeah, me too. But then there's also Ursaluna, so I think that's why they changed it a bit.
yeah, I mean when I saw it setting up Calm on it, I'm like, uh-oh. And then I saw the Blood Moon move, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, that move is just like Tinkaton's like Gigaton Hammer.
It's literally a special normal time version of Gigaton Hammer. That's it.
Yep. So yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to. Guess we ball. We got a ball out here with Blood Moon, and then you protect Blood Moon. Protect.
Also, its fucking ability is broken as hell.
Oh yeah, that ability is very unique.
Like, let me go look this up again because, good God, is it an absolute?
Yeah, that ability, Mind's Eye. The Pokemon ignores changes to opponents' evasiveness. Its accuracy cannot be lowered, and it can hit Ghost types with normal and Fighting type moves. That's insane. That's like 3-on-1.
Yeah, so it's bumps up Scrappy, and with Keen-Eye, and I think No Guard, part of No Guard.
Yeah, no guard. You just hit every move. You don't miss moves.
Oh, right. Yeah, never mind then.
I think it was some other ability. I think some other ability is like your accuracy can be lowered, or it's like your. I don't remember. I think Keen-Eye is. Like
it is Keen-Eye where your accuracy can't be lowered.
Yeah, I think it's some other one that fits into that third one. But
yeah, I don't.
It's absolutely insane. It's like 3 abilities in one.
Yeah, exactly. It's so busted. And so if you're not packing a Pokemon with I think Acid Spray, then you're screwed. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that thing right there, Freddy Fazbear and steroids.
yeah, seriously. And like,
Everybody was calling Ursaluna a cocaine bear. Now you have Blood Moon Ursaluna, Freddy Fazbear.
exactly. Like, I did see a way to cheese the Blood Moon Ursamuna battle by using acid spray and then just completely stalling it with a ghost type Pokemon with levitate.
Yeah, I did the simple thing. I just spam Sacred Sword.
Like, I did not know about that battle. I did not know about that strat until after I completed the story, so that I didn't get spoiled. And that battle packed a punch, even for my Pokemon in the 80s. So, but I'll also say the difficulty I felt like was pretty fair throughout the whole DLC because
Yeah,
like
I
like
thought it was pretty good.
yeah, because and what's also nice is that I you can go to Kitakami even immediately after you start your treasure hunt.
Yeah, and then like it's like Sword and Shield DLC where it like scales.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Isle of Armor in that way. But to my knowledge, from what I read on Twitter, it looks like we might have to have the base game story completed and the Teal Mask story completed in order to do the Indigo Disc.
Yeah, I think that would make sense, right?
Which, considering that the Teal Mask main story ends on a cliffhanger, that does back it up.
Yeah, it makes sense right there.
Oh, excuse me.
And it's all of that thing, especially talking about Indigo this now. It was revealed that the end of like the Blueberry Academy is Unova.
Yeah,
Unova remakes.
yeah, Blueberry Academy and Unova. That I did not expect.
Yeah, I think that part right there caught me off guard. I was like,
Same,
what?
same.
I was like, what do you mean this is in Unova? How is this not like a little bit like closer to Paldea? Like, come on.
Cause like, isn't Kitakami considered a part of Paldea, or is it's like its own standalone region?
No, it's not part of Paldea
Okay,
as far as I know.
okay. So when you look at it from that perspective, this could technically make Scarlet and Violet the first Pokemon game to have 3 different regions, sort of.
Yeah, I think it would make sense because I think Kitakami is more like it's probably like a Japanese isle because I don't think it's like in like in the area where like Spain and Portugal is.
Yeah.
Because like all of that culture difference and all of that. So
Yeah.
I think Scarlet and Violet will be the first game to have like 3 different regions.
Yeah, although with Kitakami, you know, it's smaller than mainland Paldea, so it's not like on the same scale. And obviously, with Blueberry Academy, you know, it's in the middle of the ocean instead of being like in mainland Unova. So
Yeah,
it's still different in that regard. And I highly doubt that we are even going to be able to go to mainland Unova in the
yeah.
Indigo
I
Disc.
think I think that's not gonna happen. But
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen. So it's even though we are going to Unova, it's not mainland Unova. You know, so it's like its own standalone little area. So it's weird.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like unique.
But hey, more areas added to existing regions, I'll take it.
True.
Because like I thought for sure that I think we all thought that Blueberry Academy was going to be part of Paldea,
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, "There's no way, right?"
but no, we're going to Unova for.
Yeah, they're like, "Watch this."
And Game Freak was like, "Oh, so you thought? Do they know?"
You did not know. They
But
pulled the trump card.
yeah, it's cool. I honestly playing the Teal Mask just has me that much more excited for the Indigo Disc.
Yeah, like like when they revealed first the DLCs, I was like, I'm more hype about Indigo Disc than Teal Mask, and now I'm even more because that it's looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Teal Mask was also amazing. Like, I do think I didn't have the highest expectations going in, to be honest, because I didn't know what to expect because there wasn't a lot revealed for it. But
Yeah,
upon playing it, because like they didn't really touch upon the story and the history all that much, all other than the fact that you know the Ogerpon and Loyal 3 are It's just serious legendary Pokemon that are on the island, but once you actually sit down to play the story, it's got more to it than what meets the eye, even if it is a very simple story at the end of the day. And also, the people of Kitakami are some of the most delusional people I've ever seen in any Pokemon game.
Yeah, they're assholes, straight up.
Like, they painted Ogerpon as the villain when in reality it was the Loyal 3. And
Yeah,
that,
that's some delusion right there.
like, I can think of a meme right now, but I can't think of anything that to describe my thoughts on Ogerpon and the Loyal 3 after playing the story. In fact, I think I actually sent sent a tweet of it in the art channel. Let me scroll up. Oh no, it's not in art. Then it's in the memes channel. Oh, I probably just retweeted it and not sent it here. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. All right, I'm not gonna go look for it right now. Actually, I will because I'm crazy.
Oh my god.
I am so. I can't make up my mind. I'm stubborn. What can I say? But while I go find that, crap, I'm having a brain fart. Oh no. Oh no, I'm having a brain fart. Right, I was about to think of something. Oh yeah, and of course, we got quite a few Pokemon returning. I almost said new Pokemon. I mean, there are some new Pokemon, but a very large amount of old Pokemon returning.
Yeah, I think the Pokemon that matters the most is the Pokemon with the most drip.
Yeah, Diplin.
Dripper.
It's definitely I do think it's one of the better Pokemon that we got for a DLC pack. And apparently the Eviolite can work on it, even though it's an evolution. So it's leading people to believe that Diplin's gonna evolve again in the Indigo Disc.
Yeah, I think it's shaping up to have like an evolution in Indigo Disc, especially because of the fact that Kieran's ace is Diplet. So
That would make sense.
That kind of leads to something.
Yeah, possible. I think the lineup of Pokemon that we got back I think it's perfect for the setting that we're on, with my obvious bias toward Vulpix aside. But we got stuff like Geodude back and Coughing and whatnot. And also, even though they're not in the Pokedex, the Sinnoh starters are back too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I didn't even know about this until I went to go talk to Jacques. And and also, yeah, he gives you an egg, which randomly hatches into one of the three. So I only had to do one reset to get Piplup as I get my freaking pop filter. And also, I'm so happy about Empoleon because it got kind of a buff in Scarlet and Violet as its ability hidden ability got changed from Defiant to Competitive, which I think is much more fitting for Empoleon.
Yeah. Not only Empoleon, but Shift 3 also got a new ability in Windmurray.
Right, Shift 2 got a new ability. And Fernape can now get Aura Sphere as well.
Yeah, that was like something I was like, how does he not get Aura Sphere? Sense.
Like, this already amazing starter got even more amazing. Did Torterra get any kind of buff in Scarlet Violet?
As far as I remember, no. I think it probably got like some new moves, but I think compared to the other two, I think it's probably the lowest one.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But I think I've seen also some VGC players mentioning how it's probably more viable than the other two, and I could see that, even though it's quad weak to ice. But Terra typing can fix that.
Yep, Terra's gonna do a wonders to Torterra. And I'm just glad that my two favorite Pokemon are gonna be back in the game once when the Alola starters get added in the Indigo Disc.
Yeah, and it's not just like Alola starters; it's gonna be all starters.
All the starters, all of the starters. I think it's
really good.
I still can't get over that. That has me so happy. I just want them back now, damn it. But I guess I can suffice with the Sinnoh starters. It's all good. Also, I found the tweet. It's in memes.
Oh my god.
It's so true though when you really think about it.
Gold.
I mean, we must protect Ogrepon. Dead simple. But yeah, also there's throughout Kitakami there are these trainers part of I believe the Ogre Club or something. Those battles are hard.
Yeah, I really like their jacket. I want their jacket.
You want their drip?
Yeah, give me the drip.
Yeah, those are like some of the more challenging trainers in the game in general, which caught me by surprise when I found the first one, and I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of neat.
Yeah, I fought one. I was like, oh, I'm sorry because I had when I played the Teal Mask, I had a level 100 Chi-Yu just heat waving everyone. So I was like, oh, my bad.
Just
I guess you
steamrolling
didn't.
everything.
I was every single train. I was like, oh, I guess you didn't do the calc right.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do the remaining trainers that I didn't do once I finish the Pokedex in each version. Because it's actually really easy if you put a lot of progress into the base game's Pokedex. Because a lot of Pokemon from the base game make their way over to Kitakami, so you already have quite a lot of entries filled in if you complete the dex in the
Yeah, you
base
have
game.
like almost like half of it already done.
Yeah, so like in like the first 24 hours, I was like, I was like less than 30 Pokemon away from completing it, barring version exclusives and trade evolutions. It was nuts.
Yeah, I'm just a couple like Pokédex entry shy of just completing it. And I heard that like the reward is really good because the reward that you get is it's like a charm in which you get more Terra shards and thens.
Oh, I think it's called something like the Glittering Charm, if memory serves me right.
Yeah, I was not remembering the name. It was like clear in my mind right now. But that's a really good reward because like Terra shards are like you get
Yeah,
like
Terra Shards
little
are a bitch to get in Scarlet Violet right now, so.
yeah, unless you're doing like chancy like raids, you don't get that much.
Yeah, exactly. So having that plus more ways to get Terra Shards in the DLC, that's a huge help.
Yeah, that's like a big bonus right there.
Exactly. I mean, I was getting so many Terra Shards from in the raids that were building up to Mewtwo. So I finally have a large collection of Terra Shards after all this time.
Yeah, but remember I prepped my meal for the Mewtwo raid, and I had Terra Dark, and then like the Moser was revealed, and it was like Orsphere. I was like, no, I'm gonna have to get a Terra Bug now.
Yeah, fortunately
Yeah,
the DLC is making it easier to get the Terra Shards, which is it's a welcome change because they're very difficult to get right now,
yeah.
especially the
Unless
base
you get
game.
unless you get those Blissey raids, it's kind of like tough to get Terra
Yep,
Shards.
exactly. Also, I don't see the shinies for the Loyal 3 and Ogrepon on Cerebi, but apparently Blood Moon Ursaluna has its shiny, which is weird. But I guess since
Oh yeah,
Sasha's.
talking about shinies, Diplin shiny.
Oh
It's
my god,
yellow,
it's so
and
good.
and and not only that, it's probably I think not probably it is the first Pokemon to when it's shiny, its signature move changes color
Yes,
to the shiny Pokemon.
yes, that is the
And
first.
I think that's really cool. I think they should keep doing that.
Yeah, that is so neat. I did not expect that until I saw a clip of it. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Like you have like Ponyta, for example, which is like blue flames. Why not have like Ember or like Flame Charge be blue?
Seriously. And also, can we manifest Pony to return in the Indigo Disc, please? And thank you. Um, but yeah, I seeing Dipwind do that for a shiny makes me glad that that they didn't make it green like Flapple and Appleton.
Yeah, I was glad they avoided that because it's just boring. Just get a green
It
apple. Like, come on now.
Yeah, especially since Dipwind is more of a candy apple. It wouldn't really make much sense.
Yeah.
So having it go more like a gold color is so much more fitting. And speaking of gold shinies, I found one when I streamed the first night of it.
We get it.
Like I had that inkling that it was good that I was gonna find one, and While it was indeed just a Poochyena, I'm still glad I found one.
Yeah, I eventually found one as well, and it was kind of funny because I was just roaming around and I saw this rock. I was like, "What is this rock in the middle of nowhere? It's this yellow rock." And then when I turned around, it's a nose pass. I was like, "Oh,
Oh yeah, because you found a shiny nose pass.
yeah," because nose pass is always pointing to the north, so they always like
Yeah,
looking
I
in one
love that they
direction.
did that though. That is so.
Yeah,
That is so fitting.
and then it threw me off. I had to like look around it to see if it's like a Pokemon or not. And I was like, "Oh, it's a nose pass."
No, it was a shiny nose pass for you.
It was a sick nose pass.
Did you evolve into Probopass yet?
No, I just boxed it.
Of course. I mean, granted, I kind of did that for my Poochyena, but I at least gave him a nickname
No,
to show.
I didn't. I didn't with mine. I just throw him in the box. He'll be fine there.
Like I saw a lot of people make new teams to play to the Teal Mask on Twitter and YouTube, and I'm like, that's a very creative way of playing the DLC.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. I did that in Sword and Shield like twice on both DLCs, and I was like, I kind of want to do that for Teal Mask, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just taking this firefish with me and praying for the best. I didn't have to pray. My opponents had to pray because I keep pressing Heat Wave.
Like, I don't remember seeing that for Sword and Shield, or maybe I did, and I just don't remember. But it's a very creative way. And plus, the wild Pokemon scaling is not too bad, so you can, like, if you got some BXP candy or whatnot, or just pet challenge from trainers, then you can get caught up really quickly and easily. And most Pokemon will be ready to evolve upon capture, so forming a team is really easy in that game.
True.
And also, like, there are hidden items galore in Kitakami.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Like, I was getting so many items at once that I'd have to wait for the list to scroll to see what I picked up. I've never
Oh
seen
yeah,
that
like
in the base game.
yeah, like the list would like glitch and they would like stack on each other.
Yeah, so like I would be able to pick up like 2 items by just spamming A without having to move. It was insane. Like, it's so funny to me. But hey, it's great for anyone that's starting a new file though, because you have so many items to pick up right there and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for closing thoughts on the DLC, I think this was fantastic, and this only has me even more excited for the Indigo Disc in a few months.
Yeah, I'm like even more excited for the Indigos than this now.
Yeah, same. I'm curious on how Kieran's story is going to conclude because of that cliffhanger. Like,
Yeah, I think he's just gonna become like the champion in Blueberry Academy, and then we just rock his ass, and then he cries.
could you imagine if they pull like a Gen 1 rival kind of situation for that?
Yeah, you battle the Elite Four, and then like boom,
And then they're
I
like,
got here first.
yep, you heard it here first, folks. No, but like, seriously, that would be such a cool callback to Gen 1, honestly. Because I don't think we've ever seen something like that other than Let's Go. Outside of outside of Kanto.
Yeah, I think
Because
one of the most things I'm looking forward to is that I want to see if they're gonna have Paradox Terrakion and Entei
oh
because
yeah,
they have Iron Crown and Raging Bull. So like, what about Terrakion and Entei? You're not gonna leave them, right? You're gonna bring them in, right?
they're gonna get
Right? Right?
paradox forms, right? Right?
Right? All right, come on now. Don't do them dirty like that.
Don't do this to us. Don't do this to us.
Come on, you gotta complete the trio.
But yeah, because with the Teal Mask out, the Indigo Disc, that's gonna bring a lot more new Pokemon than what the Teal Mask brought, because you got the 4 legendaries plus Dipplin, and that's it, I believe.
Yeah.
Whereas with Indigo Disc, so far we got Raging Bolt, Iron Crown, Terrapagos, Archavodon, and I believe that's it for now. If memory
I
serves
think
me right.
there's one missing. Or not. Or maybe I'm just tripping.
I could be tripping too, because I'm only counting 4, and I don't know if we have a 5th yet.
Oh
Oh
no,
wait,
I
no.
think that might be it.
Does Blood Moon Ursa Moon count for Teal Mask, or are we just counting that as a different form?
Oh no, for Teal Mask, I guess that's a. I would say it's a different form. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's still technically Ursamuna, just a different form,
Yeah.
and not a completely different species.
Kind of like the what do they call like the whooper, the
All
yellow guy.
the Paldean forms and the convergent species.
Yeah, the convergent species. I think it's like just one of those deals.
Yeah. But anyway, do you have any closing thoughts on the DLC?
I personally thought it was good. I think it was like a step in the right direction compared to like Sword and Shield. Even though Sword and Shield was good, but it felt kind of like too much linear and like the map was like kind of like awful sometimes. I think it was like a big improvement. Apart from the frames, which we already mentioned, the frames are terrible.
We already got the bad stuff out of the way.
I thought overall it was good. It was good, and it gets you more excited for the Indigo disc now.
Yeah, I think most of my thoughts reflect what you just said.
I think I feel like all of us are on the same page when it comes to like all of the Teal Mask experience and getting hyped for the Indigo disc.
Yeah, because I think for a lot of people, the Teal Mask exceeded their expectations because I didn't know what to expect. I don't know about anyone else, but I was pleasantly surprised with how good it was, and that has me excited for more.
Yeah, I wasn't like expecting much, but like they still delivered, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So now we can just roll on with the Indigo Disc whenever that happens. All right.
It gotta be tomorrow, please.
It has to be now, not today.
You can't say it. It's my life. It's
Yeah.
just it's my life.
All right. Okay, so that covers all the spoiler stuff. So now let's move on. As the next 5-star raid event has been announced to be Slithering in Scarlet and Iron Moth in Violet. I really wish that it was the other way around.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's such a missed opportunity right there.
I mean, it's not the first time we've gotten something like this for Scarlet and Violet, but still, I mean, if you play online and just do the race that way, then it's not really the end of the world.
Yeah, it's like doable, but like for people that don't have like NSO, that's like that's a bummer.
Yeah, like for those that don't have access to playing online or trading locally, it's something like that would be useful. But it's whatever. The next 7-star raid has not been announced yet, and I imagine that they're probably gonna go back to another starter now that we're done with Mewtwo. Thank fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
that took me a while.
yeah, I managed to. I was originally not gonna do Mewtwo at all, but then I was invited by another group, and they asked, say, hey, do you want to try and take on Mewtwo with us? And I'm like, screw it. This might be my only shot at getting it. So I built my Mew, and we got it on the first try, which I was pleasantly surprised to see. I mean, granted, by the time we did it, there were plenty of guides online and whatnot, so we already knew what to expect going in and how to take it down. But it definitely took a minute to beat it.
I can say I got really lucky because I did it random with randoms. I mean, they all had mules, which I was thankful, and they had like bugs as well, terror bugs. But one of the things that was like really funny because like when Mewtwo gets to half health, you're gonna do rest and then Chesterberry. But he did rest and then like he didn't heal, so it was just half health. And I was like, you know what? I'll take this.
Yeah, I got freeze hacked pretty early on, and I was
Oh
freaking,
god.
and I was like, fuck no, this is not the time to do it.
Yeah, I did like most of the people were like, oh, just like do your meal with like 252 special attack, 252 attack. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do 252 attack, and then the other 252, I'm gonna do special defense, and it really made a difference.
Yeah, I don't remember what I definitely did a lot in attack and I think special defense. I don't know what else I did for my Mew because
Yeah, originally I was gonna do max special attack for the struggle bugs, and then max attack for the leash lies. But then I had another idea because I was not gonna use light screen. I was just hoping someone would use light screen, and instead I used terror. I put terror blast so I could get some couple like hits, and it came through because instead of being special, it became like attack, it became physical because like attack was higher than special attack.
Right,
So I was like,
right.
I'm just gonna invest this in special defense. I can take a couple like side strikes, like ore spheres and ice beams.
Yeah. It's because for most of the battle, we were just trying to keep a special attack down with Struggle Bug to build up our Terror Orb charge, and then it was time to go ham once we were in a good spot, and also Sword Stance as well to go for Reach Life. Because I personally went for a more attack build, but I also saw some mixed and defense builds.
Yeah, I did spam like swords dance like 3 turns to get that max attack, and then just spam some terror blast, leech lives.
Yeah, because once you found the optimal strat for Mewtwo, it was actually not that bad. The hard part is actually just having the patience to knock it down because it
Oh
has a
yeah,
lot of health, and also it likes to spam Calm Mind.
I think that's like the main issue. It's not even hard. It's just like long.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
I had to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think
That.
I think the only issue was that it took way too long instead of just being hard.
Yeah.
Because you just keep spamming the same moves, and then you hope it does some good damage to destroy the shield and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Because the shield is absolutely bullshit.
Yeah, that shit was bullshit. It was just like doing like it felt like I was doing like 0.1 damage on it.
Yeah. 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 That sucked, but we're through with it. Thank fuck because that was annoying, and I was already sick of it afterward. I'm glad I did it because now I have a Mewtwo and my Mew has the mightiest mark. So
Yeah,
GG's on
that
that.
was at least that was worth it.
Yeah.
And the items you get is pretty good.
Yeah, the items were spectacular. I think that was definitely the main thing to incentivize people to challenge it was it gave some such good items. But
Yeah, I think it gave like I don't know how many Terra shards it
it
gave,
was
but like it gave a lot.
it was 100 Terra Shards.
Yeah, that was like really good right there.
Yeah. Which ball did you catch your Mewtwo in?
I caught it in a Pokeball.
Oh, I did Beast Ball.
Oh,
Because
I
like
was like, I don't want to use my Beast Ball, so I just chucked the Pokeball. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna catch this shit in a regular Pokeball.
I mean, I could have done a heal ball to try and match the colors, but I'm like, I don't see myself using the Beast Ball for anything. I'm just gonna use that. Some people are gonna judge me for it, and I know it, but who gives a shit?
I like having the Beast Ball there, but you know,
I mean, the
or
Pokemon that
worse.
they're good against are not even in the game yet, so
Or worse, you could just use a Master Ball.
I mean, it's a guaranteed capture in Scarlet and Violet Race.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying because you would just waste your Master Ball because it's a guaranteed catch.
Yeah, I didn't want to use my Master Ball because of that. Like, truth be told, I can't remember the last time I used the Master Ball outside when I'm not on a Rowan Legend. It's been a hot
Yeah,
minute.
I always say my Master Balls nowadays. Like I remember as a kid, I would just chuck the Master Ball, and now I just save it.
Yeah. All right, then moving past that, as Pokemon is doing a very special collaboration with Hatsune Miku in the form of Project Voltage. From September 14th to the 18th, there was going to be new artwork of Miku that was being paired with a Pokemon of every type. And from the 29th, there will be 18 songs and music videos to be released from various Vocaloids that will feature various music and sound effects from Pokemon, although the participating Vocaloids have yet to be announced. And as of when we are recording this, September 22nd, 14 of the 18 types have been released. So we got Psychic with Meloetta, Grass with Rillaboom, Fire with Skeledirge, Water with Primarina, Electric with Rotom, Normal with Chatot, Ice with Lapras, Rock with Aurorus, Ground with Flygon, Flying with Altaria, Fairy with Jigglypuff, Bug with Kricketune, Poison with Toxtricity, and finally Ghost with Mismagius. What do we think about this entire thing?
I think it's fire. I love the arts.
Yeah, the artwork has been spectacular, and the pairs that we've gotten have been so good.
They were really good. I think it's awesome. I think it's an awesome color.
Yeah, it gave Oh, it gave a lot of these Pokemon some additional time in the spotlight, like Primarina, Lapras, and Auroras, which has me so happy since they're some of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And the fan art has been out of this world. I mean, it's always awesome, but like even seeing a bunch of fan made concept art for what future types for Miku could be like, it's all so much fun, and I love this idea. And I'm curious on what the music's gonna be like.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I definitely want to peek into that.
Yeah, I do have a confession though. I've never listened to any of Miku's music, so this could be a new experience for me.
I mean, yeah, it's like popular, but like
And it's
it's like popular but not popular. You know,
oh my god, it's hugely popular in Japan, especially.
it is. Yeah, in Japan is big. Like I can't say that much for overseas.
Yeah, but like I think the idea is so neat, and I'm glad the
Yeah, I
Pokemon's doing
think
another collab with Miku for a project like this. It's so much fun.
yeah, I think it's really cool because it gathers like a lot of attention. You know?
Yeah. Which pair so far has been your favorite so far?
Yeah, I've said this before, and I think this one, the ones today, the ghost type with Miss Magus, it's my favorite.
That one's
But
fantastic.
that one
Uh,
is so good because it looks like Miku is like glitching.
yeah. I think for me, my favorite would probably either the water pair or maybe.
I wonder why.
I mean, personal bias aside, it's a great design, and I'm glad that Pre-Rate is getting more time in the spotlight. But also the rock pair with Auroras, that one is also spectacular. Miku's design for that is incredible. And like,
Yeah, I also have to mention the poison typing, which I thought was normal until I saw those shoes. I was like, "What are those? They got gum on the bottom of your shoes. Get that out."
but yeah, I've been seeing each morning. I've been seeing the new pairs from Sarah B's posts on Twitter, and that in each thread, Joe Merrick adds the character sheets with it, and for the rock pair, uh, they essentially give Miku a magical girl transformation with the rock pair, and I think that's so neat.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought it was neat.
Yeah, like all of these are fantastic, and I'm so excited to see what the rest are going to be like.
Yep.
Because what types do we have left? Um,
I think Dragon is one of them. I
Dragon,
haven't seen. I
Fighting,
haven't,
Steel, and Dark are left.
those are hard hitters right there.
Uh, what do we think are the last going to be the last four Pokemon?
Dragonite, please, 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 please.
Honestly, I think Dragonite does have a solid shot. If not, then I could see Noivern.
I don't know. I don't think Dragonite is gonna be one of them, but I hope it is.
If not Dragonite, then I could definitely see Noivern being the Dragon pair.
I don't know. I thought personally that Dragon would be like Salamis.
Salamis would be a good pick too. But I think, but considering that most of these Pokemon has some kind of music theme going on, that's why I'm thinking Noivern.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm just realizing that now that you mentioned like Primarina with the sinking Rillaboom with the drums.
Skeledirge also been
Oh
singing.
my god, I can't believe this.
Brat.
It might be Noivern then because like it's gonna like simulate like a box, a sound box maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Heck, I think I remember naming one of my Noivern boombox, I think, or someone else did. I don't remember. Steel's probably the hardest one to guess, however, because I can't think of any Steel type Pokemon that screams music theme.
Probopass maybe because it's a bell. I don't know.
Maybe. I could see
It
Klefki
looks
as
like a
well.
bell. Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah,
I love
honestly,
Klefki.
Klefki wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Yeah, because it kind of like resembles a triangle.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to wait until till Monday to know what the next pair is gonna be like because turns out they're releasing these pairs on weekdays and not weekends. Let me look up dark types here. See which ones would do best for Miku in that regard.
It'd be really funny if they just like would Darkrai. That would be really funny.
That would be quite jarring. But I think for Dark, I can see Obstagoon.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one, and it makes sense.
Yeah, because like it's like from a punk rock band, and obviously the Kiss inspiration is real.
Yep.
But I think yeah, I think Obstagoon makes the best fit in terms of Dark. Okay, so that's 2 of the 4 with Obstagoon for Dark and Noivern for Dragon. We still haven't figured out Steel, or at least tried to guess Steel. What was the last type again? Fighting.
Fighting. I'm much
Um,
for fighting.
which fighting type can work for this? Oh, this is a little difficult actually. Alongside Steel, because there's no
That's another
Pokemon
tricky
that
one.
scream music to me.
Well, you could do like Meloetta, but they already did
Yeah, they already
Meloetta.
did Meloetta for the psychic pair, so that's out.
Yeah. What are they gonna do then?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Hisuian Lilligant.
Hmm,
It's a
that's an
dancer.
interesting pick.
Oh, actually, Como-O.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Oh, that could be
because I like
that
all
could
of,
be either the dragon or the fighting pair.
yeah, because like all of the skills and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, but I think it is going to be Noiver for dragon, Como-O for fighting, and then we got of course Obstagoon for dark. We just don't know what we're gonna do for steel. I think it could. I could also see Jirachi,
Oh, that's an interesting one as well.
but I think I have pretty good confidence that it could be Klefki, but I would not be surprised. Bronzong could be a decent pick too.
Oh yeah, it's like literally a belt.
Yeah, actually, now I think about it, Bronzong is probably more likely than some like Probopass or even Klefki.
Oh,
But I guess we're gonna have to wait until Monday to see what that's gonna be like. But yeah, this is a great idea. I'm loving this entire concept as a whole, and I'm excited to see what the second half of this is gonna be like, because we have all this amazing artwork, and now we're gonna be pretty soon we're gonna be getting some neat music with it.
yeah, I'm like really excited for the music.
Yeah, same. It's
I
gonna be
think that like the fact they're like doing a collab, I think that like the music itself gathered my attention more than like the artwork. Even though like now the art, I'm seeing like all of the artworks, they're like really good. It's also like a main highlight of it.
yeah. Like it's a really neat 2-in-1 package that we're getting. So I can't wait to see what's gonna be coming next for this. And I'm glad that this is a much more substantial collab with Miku, because I can't remember anything big coming out of the last one outside of some really cool merch. But again, it's been a long time since Pokemon's last collab with Miku, because I think the last one was the Alolan Vulpix collab, if memory serves me right. Someone could probably correct me in the comments down below, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
And I'm too lazy to go do some searching right now. But yeah, like I said so many times already, this is a great concept, and I'm loving it, and I'm excited to see where this goes next. Who knows how well our predictions are going to age? Are they gonna age like a fine wine, or are they gonna age like milk?
True.
It's only gonna be like not even 24 hours until the next pair comes out once this episode goes up, because obviously we're releasing this episode on a Sunday, and tomorrow will be Monday, so only time will tell. Okay, but anyway, is there anything else that you want to add before we close for today, then, Rick?
Don't think so.
All right. Yeah, I can't think of anything either. Hopefully, for episode 96, that will be our next live episode. We are due, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that, and also leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And that is going to do it then. Want to take your opportunity. Until next time, through it all, we're still a family. Want you to family. Goodbye.